Good morning and welcome to Coffee and the Word. There's a story in the book of Judges where this guy named Gideon is hiding because the Israelites are being oppressed and they're trying to hide their grain, and so he's threshing the wheat and he's essentially cowardly. He's hiding and he's trying to stay alive and he's trying not to get hurt. And an angel of the Lord comes to him and he calls him Mighty Warrior. And I thought, man, what a title, right? To be called the Mighty Warrior. But Gideon does what a lot of us would do. Gideon's response is like, you talking to me? I'm no mighty warrior. I'm the youngest of the smallest tribe and the smallest part of the smallest everything. I'm a nobody. And that's what a lot of us feel, right? We feel like I'm a nobody. I'm never going to make that big of a difference. I don't really matter in this world. I'm not important to anyone. Like, I'm not a mighty warrior. There's no way you can call me a mighty warrior. I've never really accomplished anything worth accomplishing. And to be honest with you, I don't even know why you're here talking to me, because I'm not that great. And so we are frozen by this insecurity of our ineptitude or our inabilities or the reality that we don't really matter. We're frozen by that, and so we don't do great things because we're afraid of great things. And over this Lenten season, we're told and encouraged to fast something. In fact, that's today's challenge with our church. Is our email that went out is you should fast something today. Just take something out of your life and fast, because fasting has a powerful action tied to it. And so you can fast, and instead of indulging in this thing that you indulge in, you can spend that time indulging in God. And that's the whole idea of a fast. But Gideon, this mighty warrior that the angel declares, is certain he's not. He's certain he's not a mighty warrior. And so he's perplexed that God would choose him. In fact, he's so perplexed that God would choose him, he wants to make sure God chose him. And so he puts God through all these tests, and God passes all the tests, essentially. And then Gideon becomes the very mighty warrior that the angel declared him to be. And so, as I was thinking about that, today's verse, or I started thinking about that when I saw today's verse, because I want you to hear today's verse. And this verse is why the angel could say to a guy who was a coward, he is a mighty warrior. Listen to this verse. In Zephaniah, that is a book in the Bible. In Zephaniah chapter 3, in verse 17, the same language starts. The Lord is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take delight in you. In his love, he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. There is a ton in this passage. But I just want you to know, for anybody out there who is walking in insecurity, anybody out there who is walking in uncertainty, anybody out there who is certain that their life is just going to crumble and fall, and that God doesn't see them, and God isn't, and nothing good ever happens for them, I want you to listen to this, because the text is very important. He says, the Lord is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. Do you remember what he said to Gideon? The Lord is with you, mighty warrior. He calls Gideon a mighty warrior. And I just want you to understand, the reason that he can assert that this guy is a mighty warrior is not because of his own aptitude, or not because of his own valor, not because of his own strength, but because he is going to walk in step with the mighty warrior who saves, which is our God. You know, it's not about your strength. It's not about your prowess. It's not about your abilities. It's about his. We serve a God that is bigger than everything we're facing. We serve a God that is greater than anything we have to endure. We serve a God who is a mighty warrior who saves. No enemy shall prevail against him. No weapon shall prevail against him. He will be victorious. In fact, that's what the entire book of Revelation is about, is the fact that God wins. If you read through the whole Bible, you see a lot of seeming failures for the people of God. But in the end, God wins. And so I want to encourage you today, if you're going through your day and you're trying to, maybe you're just steeped in insecurity, or maybe you're steeped in this belief that you're not good enough. Maybe you're steeped in the idea that you'll never do anything great. Maybe maybe your whole life has surrounded the idea that you don't measure up. Maybe, in fact, you don't think you measure up to God. And so you struggle with this. And it's hard to see yourself as anything but whatever it is you've told yourself you are. A failure. Unlovable. Nobody likes me. All those things. I want to encourage you in this Lenten season that we're approaching a time when Jesus eradicates all ideas of this. When upon that cross he cries out, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." He was talking about all of them. You see, his love is so great. And that's what the next part of the verse says. His love will no longer rebuke you. He will rejoice over you with singing. I think it's time for we as a people to stop believing the lies that we tell ourselves or that the world has told us, and start believing that the God that we serve is the mighty warrior who saves, who loves us anyways. You see, that's what this whole season's about. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son in the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. There's that word saved again. Saved by the mighty warrior, who in turn declares you to be a mighty warrior. Not because of what you've done, but because of what he is doing and all that he has done. I hope this helps you. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you take the focus off of your ineptitude and focus on God's aptitude. Focus on God's abilities, because he is the mighty warrior that saves, and he loves you fiercely. I hope you have a great day. This has been another edition of Coffee and the Word. God bless.